Well, it's dated March 23rd, 2022. U.S. lawmakers push for global food aid funding as the United Nations warns of famine. They're always worried so much about the whole world while skimming money off the top and the bottom. Yeah, we must increase food aid to prevent millions of people starving in Russia's invasion of Ukraine. They threaten global grain supplies. Congress already passed $13 billion aid to Ukraine on March 9th, but $2.6 billion earmarked for the package for food and other humanitarian aid does not go far enough to address the food. You know, that stuff's shit. We got people here tired of sending money overseas, and you take care of Americans first. Now, this is that nitwit from New Jersey, Senator Cory Booker. Democrats and Republicans in Congress need to quickly come together and approve emergency global aid in order to prevent millions of people, including millions of children, from dying. The United Nations World Food Program says it's facing a $9 billion food funding shortfall. Well, here's what we do. If you want to send money overseas, there's two things you got to do first. One thing, you revoke the United Nations Charter. Get them off of American soil. You don't remember that stuff about Iraq? Remember the Food for Oil program that they had set up? And the head secretary guy that runs the place, his son was skimming money off, along with everybody else from the UN and other places. Let's see. Give me a second. Here you go. Iraq oil for food scandal. Oh yeah. Whenever they want to give away money and food and stuff, what happens? The guys at the top that run the program is always skimming off the top and skimming off the bottom, and the people that are stuck in the middle get screwed. And it don't matter how honest they pretend to be, it's the same shit, different day. Oh yeah, the United Nations Security Council started the Oil for Food program in 1996 to allow Iraq to sell enough oil for food and other necessities for its populations, which was suffering under strict United Nations sanctions imposed after the first Gulf War. Okay, now just get down here a minute. Yeah, the committee issued reports since it began in April 2004. The report found out there's no evidence of corruption on the part of the UN Secretary General Kofi Annan in administrating the program. However, finds out his son inappropriately concealed his business relations with a major oil for food contractor. Anyway, he skimmed off $400,000 before they caught on. Imagine that. I mean, nobody knew. So the oil for food operated in an ineffective, wasteful, unsatisfactory manner, leading to some $5 million in documented contractor overpayments and undoubtedly much higher losses not discovered by the limited United Nations audits. Also accused the former head of the program, Benon Seven. Yeah, he skimmed off a hell of a lot, this guy did. Subpoenas and all this other good stuff. And they had these voucher programs. And they were giving these voucher programs away to their valued customers. Under the Oil for Food program, the United Nations is supposed to monitor and improve all Iraq sales. All profits went to a special escrow account that the United Nations controlled. I'm going to zoom that in just a little bit more. I can. Because the purpose of the program is to help feed and provide. It's the same shit. You drum up something to skim up the money off the American people. Get the United Nations off of our soil. Revoke their charter and get them the hell out of here. Don't you dare come on this damn computer or on a newspaper and say, oh, we got to help the UN. All you're doing, you son of a gun congressmen and senators and everybody else, you're screwing the American people. You're helping yourselves, not the people. Same shit, different day, it never ends. I'll put a link to this stuff. You go look at this stuff yourself. Don't believe these. Okay. Anyway, people, now you understand what I'm trying to get back here. This every time they start something about all the poor starving people, the poor people, the poor patriotic people over in Ukraine, of this and that, it's a scam. They skim off the top, they skim off the middle, they skim off the bottom. They're not helping people, they're helping themselves. Thanks for watching. I'll put links.